Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2019 Career Mode episode number 73. We've pushed forward till just about the end of February. The Volta a Andalusia is wrapping up, so the Andalusian race just about to the end, and then we have the UAE Tour beginning. That's where we're at, actually, on what we're presenting. So I did bypass a number of races, and there were a little bit of discoveries. We'll get to those in a minute. But first up, we have a 17-kilometer team time trial to open the UAE Tour, which, of course, in real life, just this week, was canceled partway through, most of the way through, actually. Just 2-3 stages left. I'm not sure exactly where they were at with that. This is not one that's aired, so I didn't get a chance to see it, but not aired in the US anyway. Due to the spread of the coronavirus. So interesting topic is that. But let's go ahead and skip forward to our team's entry into that first stage. Alright, so we've got AG2R ahead of us just setting off. We're actually one of the earliest teams to get started for this year's UAE Tour. I do believe this is the first time I've been here, so it does make sense that we would be at the back end. But looking at each of the riders, I brought a pretty strong team, I think, when it came to the time trial. We've got Felci at 73. Dianigi, not that strong, but he is in very good form. That is one of the things. I did have a few objectives based around this, which means there are some fitness peaks that are coming in around this. You can see Dianigi quite strong, and even though he's not a great time trialist, he's a 68, and his prologue is really strong today at a 73, gives him right about a 70 average between the two, which at 17 kilometers is almost right down the middle of a split between time trial and prologue ratings. James Mather, also excellent ratings today. Garfield, little boost to his, makes him quite tolerable, just about a 70 on average. McNulty looking really strong. Evenepoel looking very strong. He's averaging a 79 between his time trial prologue ratings, which were completely flat today, meaning it's entirely that almost 50-50 split between those two ratings. Gino Mater is the only one who is really down on time. There's two things I could do. I could have him work hard and completely exhaust himself very early and then drop out, allowing the other guys to go 99. But I think for just 17K on the flat with mild winds, I think we're going to be able to go there anyway. So Mater, I'm going to have him sit this out for the most part. His 65 average with his negative race day condition is really going to hurt us. And I want somebody like Evenepoel pulling for a bit extra, but just as long as we don't do too much damage to those two guys. Garfield, a bit less, but some. I definitely want Mather going hard. Dianigi, he's got that nice little boost, but he's still not great. We'll cut him down just a little bit, and Felci looks pretty good. So we'll kind of rely on our better riders and hope that there's enough stamina. If we need to, we'll back off Evenepoel, who, of course, is my GC guy. Let's go ahead and get started here on this race. So we're going full 99s, and we're going to rely mostly on our best riders and see if we could produce a top time. Felci on that -1, but it did not hurt his time trial rating here, so he'll set off for us with an 11-second burst at the front to get us up to speed. That's already enough to pull about 2K. And you can see, yes, everybody is in that save energy mode outside of the one rider who's already gone. And now the second rider who's already gone. So I think we'll have no problem getting through this. And that, yes, sacrificing Gino Mater in the right way of not using him to take turns, I think is going to be the most effective to produce a really good time for us. So McNulty, you can see just how much energy he and Evenepoel both have. As we hit the checkpoint, Evenepoel hasn't even gone yet. Now, like I said, we're only the 4th team, but we are first through the checkpoint. As we approach, whoa, Dianigu, what just happened? Okay, he closed the gap. I don't know why he was not there, but he's there now. Evenepoel dropping back, Mader immediately dropping back, and back to Felci. And again, everybody looks like they're going to make it to the end on this one. I've got to make sure that Evenepoel is in the front 5, and it's clear he will be at this point. He might be actually leading us across the line, or it might not even get back to him. It could be, let's see, 3.3K. Well, he's up into those front positions now. Garfield. We're going to have Garfield just pull right off. So once Mather goes, it'll get right to McNulty, and either McNulty or Evenepoel will be on the front at the finish line. That way we produce a good time here, and it is a good time. We're 1 second off the pace right now compared to Sunweb at the first check, but at the finish we have the lead. It's close though. This is all really close. It is such a short time trial. Looks like everybody's finishing with their full teams, so there was just no way. It was definitely a full 99 effort, and it's a good one so far. Now, as I go at a decent pace here, I won't go crazy fast. So those two things, we're down to 3rd, still only 1 second behind. It's Liquid Gas also, and those are the top 2 favorites, by the way. We beat Sunweb to the finish by 1 second. But Liquid Gas gets us by 3 seconds. 2nd quickest overall, and I think we're approaching the end. Those were the favorite teams, so we're probably going to stay right there in 2nd place, which is certainly a good spot to be in. A win would have been nice, but hey, come on. I'll take it. Oh my goodness, Bora Hansgrohe. What a time from them. Wow. And UAE Team Emirates. And Kajush Albison, we're down to 5th. Dang, I thought we did well. Time seemed to really change right there at the end. A lot of teams suddenly went faster. And those were not the favorites, by the way. It was Sunweb, Liquid Gas, and us were the three favorites. So I do think that the timing changed a bit. We're still not far off base, and well, looking at Bora Hansgrohe, they don't have any strong, and their 2 best GC type guys, Grossschartner and Schachmann, are the ones that lost time. So we are 16 seconds behind? How did we end up 16 seconds behind when we were 12 back? Or did we lose 4 seconds? Now it says we're 15 down. Is it because they beat Liquid Gas's time by 12 seconds? I think that's where I went wrong. Fuzzy math in my head. Fuzzy. Okay, yeah, 15 seconds apparently. Mather, Garfield are the ones that lost time. Felci's down because he's not feeling well, by the way. So we're going to move on to stage 2. The next race on the calendar after UAE is Omloop Het Nieuwsblad. And that's in about a week. So Andalusia and other races have been quick simmed to get to this period, and it's been pretty much a month, so there's been a good half a dozen races. And while Andalusia is one we are not well placed in, you can see the quality of riders that I've brought to it are not that great. Comparatively, some of the races I've actually done quite well on. Just not this one. So one thing I'm finding is, even though I don't bring the greatest team to the races, obviously in control, I do a pretty decent job and get results. Definitely punch above my weight. But when it comes to, and stage 2 is a sprint stage, I'm going to go ahead and take that risk. Quick sim this one. There's nothing to be gained. Sprint points aren't in a position to gain anything there either. But these quick sims usually come with a little bit of a negative. You don't tend to do as well, and you certainly never do better than would be expected. I mean, Evenepoel finished 165th on this stage, but didn't lose time. Okay, so here we go. Mater, McNulty both hitting their fitness peaks. That's awesome. He's still troubled by his cold. It's just nothing alarming, though, so 2 to 3 days. All right, so we'll keep him there. And so while this one didn't go so well, I actually did get a number of decent results. It was the main point there. As we head towards stage number 3 here of the tour, and let's also take a brief look at the profiles. You can already see stage 3's profile totally flat until we get to a climb, and the sprint point at 183, the finish at 196. It's already a little bit uphill by that point, and then it's going to really go uphill for the last, 10 kilometers or so. So one pretty hefty climb. It's classified as a hills, but 10K with that much elevation change is a bit closer to a mountain. But one climb and one climb only is, I suppose, somewhere in between a mountain and a hill climb. And then for stage 4, it's another punchy one, but not much of a punch. You've got a couple little climbs is all. Stage 5, definitely flat. Stage 6, like the stage we're about to have, but scaled up significantly. I mean, that's a 20K climb, I think. And then stage 7 is flat. So really, we just have these 2 climbs to worry about in the UAE Tour. But considering there's more mountain than hill, I definitely ride for Evenepoel with McNulty, the next man in front of him, and then from there, we kind of get our team. Let's go ahead and skip to that later stage here. We'll pick this one up late on, just before the climb. And depending on the width of the road, will determine whether I go in a train style, which seems good for a stage like this, or if we're going to just go protect, and whittle it down as we go up. I have a feeling somebody's going to attack fairly early on, and we're going to need to burn through a few guys to keep our position before eventually taking Evenepoel for the final 2 to 3K. 30K to go. The breakaway is imploding right now as we are within a minute of those guys. They're coming back together and attacking each other again and again. Still completely on the flat for now, but we're definitely going to see that change. You can also see a little bit of fatigue in the riders as the chase has been pretty hard. The field making sure we catch those riders before we hit the climb.
A couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers for the pack. They obviously don't have anybody in the breakaway group.
At this point, the road is quite wide, but when we get to the climb itself, that always could change. I want to make sure that I'm very much at the front when we do begin the climb. Now 23K to go. Sprint point is 10K away, so it's 12K out. I'd like to be at the front already by that point, just a little before then, so that we do have control over the field. Then, I do want to just go train style, lead out train. However, and this was really good advice in the comments a little while back, I don't want a Venipul, which, by the way, I'm switching it. It's not going to be a Venipul. We're going to ride for McNulty. McNulty's on a +3. He's on form right now. It's only 2 climbs. And a Venipul's hitting a -1. So McNulty actually looks the stronger climber as we are now approaching 5K. Dianigi, what's going on? Why is... Oh, it's Mater. Mater, why are we back so far? Come on, let's find you some space. Get you back to the front of the field. Oh, yeah, that's not the way back to the front, is it? There we go. Breakaway's over, so actually the pace isn't that bad right now. 3K away, this gets our guys back to the front. Here we go. Anyway, the really good advice is to not have my climbers all the way at the back. I'm going to kind of do this in a couple phases. So everybody's set to their 99, and it is now going to be McNulty following a Venipul. That much I know. But I'm going to put the next 2 riders in front, actually behind them for now, and then they'll kind of slide up later on. So let's figure out who that's going to be. Garfield's a 72 today. Mather's a 73, but his resistance isn't very high. Neither is Garfield's. Dianigi is definitely not. He might be going to the front. Felchi, 70-70. Okay, Mater's definitely our next strongest. So Mater is actually going to go behind McNulty in a protective role. And then who the next one from there should be? Probably Felchi. So we'll put him in between. And then Felchi will just slide forward and Venipul will drop back to behind Mater once the first 3 guys are gone. Now their order, Dianigi has the good turn of pace, but who's on the flat? I need some flat first. None of them are great on the flat. Garfield's going to be the best climber. Oops, sorry. That's going to be Mather, the best climber. Then Garfield, so Dianigi goes to the front. Where is he? Okay, he's already out in a good open place. And we'll use his gel right away. 15K to go. I want him to get us out to the front, but he doesn't need to ride too hard too early. Just so long that, well, here's the sprint point, and this thing could get attacked. It is. There goes Sagan. There goes Matthews. Dianigi's going to go across the line 3rd. And then they're going to sit up. We turn the corner, and we're going to just about be going up. Now, let's take a quick look and see. It's going to start winding up here in a little bit. Mather, the only one who's caught back at the moment, still not in position. There we go. Dianigi, 99, come on.
10 kilometers remaining.
Okay, Dianigi giving me his little turn of pace, and now we'll go with Garfield. Dianigi, you're done. 8K to go. We're not hurting red bar anyone behind us, so this is good. Felchi is hurting a bit. Alright, Mather. Same thing, we're going to go 95 for you. Out of the way, get out of the way, there you go. Alright, Gross-Schartner, Bilbao, Siro, Thomas, Landa, Damar are up here in position. 7K to go. Mather's not going to last much longer, so we're going to be pulling up Felchi and then Mater in a little bit. Okay. Mather, you still have a little bit of red bar. Can you go a 99? No, not red bar, but you still have a little bit of yellow bar. Can you keep up the pace for a little bit longer? You can. That's good. Good. And nobody's attacking us yet, so this is why keep him going for his pace. Ooh, did I already use... Why did I click on that? I did not need to. Felchi's about to get dropped. So I need Mater to be the one now coming forward. And then Evenepoel's going to pick up his wheel as soon as he's scooting by. As we're seeing an attack from Adam Yates. Love how they pointed out after. Okay. It's also because he just ran out of energy.
The group is slowly thinning
Oh, wait.
at such a frantic pace.
Back off a little bit.
Kilometers to the finish line.
Okay, and then there were 3, and also then there were 5. So we're back together. It's a group of 6. I have 3 of them. Egan Bernal, Mikel Landa, and Adam Yates. Yates has been neutralized. I'd like to keep up the pressure behind us. We've got 1 chaser in Guerrero. Wow, that is a big gap already. Holy cow, we've left these guys behind. Oh, this is good. This is good. Mater. Let's go 88 for a little bit here. 44-second gap. Okay, he's done. Let's go Evenepoel at an 89. McNulty's gel ready, and now it's 5 as Mater gets dropped. Set all these guys to auto. Here's the bulk of the field still together and quite a distance behind us. To keep that gap behind us. We're down to 4. We dropped somebody. It's Landa. We're down to Yates and Bernal. I'm going 87, so Evenepoel lasts a little bit longer here. And McNulty, 2K. Little acceleration there. And we're going to let the others take over now. Group of 3. Evenepoel's been dropped. $1.3K, and McNulty has the ability to still attack here. Just want to keep him near the front, but I'm going to wait 900 meters.
There we go. The sprint is on. The riders are setting themselves up.
Okay, is it too soon? I don't think it is too soon. It's too soon. Bernal's going to pip us at the line, or is he? I don't think he's got anything left either. McNulty for the win!
Was very well deserved. The riders bringing up their rear have made it through sheer willpower.
Thought I set you to auto, but okay. McNulty wins the stage. Hell yeah. Bernal in second. Yates is third. Moulin is here. He only manages 4th. He got dropped. Carapaz was dropped. Martinez. Alaphilippe is here. This is supposed to be a hill stage. He should have dominated, but this was way too much climbing for a hill stage, especially when a team like us comes out there with a whole bunch of climbers. You know, not bad, not great, and just puts a hurting on the field, and then all of a sudden teams that don't have the support just got hung out to dry, and only the strongest were left. Of course, Adam Yates tried to go solo, but we negated that, and yeah, we got the win. Brandon McNulty in form. Got the job done today. Evenepoel drops to 15th, so we are absolutely riding for McNulty on that last climbing stage as well now. For the overall. Doesn't have to always be Evenepoel. Which, by the way, I love GCN's recent comparison between Evenepoel, well, and pretty much everybody else, but yeah, nice. Okay, so excited. So excited. McNulty takes the win. Same time as Bernal. Yates actually loses 9 seconds to Moulin. Carapaz, Martinez, Alaphilippe 25, and then it's 45. And then we're looking already. Evenepoel was a minute 20 behind. He certainly could have been there in that top 4. But it was worth it to get that win overall. That gives us an 11-second lead in the race. Of course, we had that first stage team time trial that, even though we did not win, we were in a pretty strong position on that one. Sunweb, who we were just ahead of, leaves to Moulin all the way up in 3rd place with Bernal in 2nd. That's your podium right now. One big climbing stage to go, so it's going to be a very different one than what this was. And it won't be easy to keep this position. But keeping a top 5 absolutely could be in the cards. I mean, right now you got Van Garderen all the way up in 5th place. Yeah, he's not going to be that great of a climber. Zakarin, here in game anyway, not that great of a climber. Real life, kind of on the edge anyway, which is where Van Garderen was for a number of years. Adam Yates, though, Bernal, Yates, really got to watch out for them. Carapaz, Moulin, really got to watch out for them. But can we stay with those guys and keep a top 5? It's looking certainly possible. We're in the best position we could be in right now, so, outside of a huge lead, it's exactly what best positioned is defined as. Still 43 kilometers to go, but we're already hitting the first hill of the day, and that's all these are. They're just hills. There's nothing serious here, but it's all about the pace at this point. It's a big wide road. There were 9 riders in the break. It's already down to 5. Their gap's already quite small. We're going to go over the top of this and then ease off again before we get towards the bottom. And looks like we're going to be catching a couple more of these riders. Got a lot of riders yo-yoing, but you assume that they're going to come back together, and so far they have. So we're down to just 3 riders now. Their gap is a minute. Tosh van der Sande at the front. Villermoz and Coquelaire are the 3 riders away. But again, as they attack each other, hurt each other, leave each other behind, without the cooperation, they have no chance of staying away from us. Here's what's left. There's no wins on the day. It is a hot one, and we've got a couple negative ones as a result, but little downhill section coming. Chance for an ever so slight breather, but I don't think it'll be enough. Though heart rates aren't that bad right now. And then it's fairly flat for a little while. And then it's a gentle uphill slope of about 2 degrees for most of the finish. And then you've got just a couple little steep uphill, downhill, saddle section, and then a gentle uphill right at the finish. So it's a pretty easy, pretty straightforward finish to this stage, with the exception that it's classified as something punchy. So you could expect some fireworks, unlike the normal. I see Guerrero attacking pretty hard right now for Katusha Alpecin, which is weird because he's in a pretty good place. Oh, never mind. He actually ended up losing a bunch of time on that last stage. Way more than what Evenepoel lost for his work. So McNulty, by the way, Evenepoel looking pretty good today. He's on a +2. He's just about to start his fitness peak in the next day or 2. But at this point, McNulty has team leader role because of winning that last stage, being in the form when we needed him to be. Today he's only on +1, which is a negative draw for the day, but that's okay. There we go. Breakaway is caught, and we're seeing Gaviria and Ackerman, the sprinters. Are they going for it? Or are they going to try to break away at 16K? That's a strange one. I need Mater, use your gel now. Dianigi, use your gel now. And no, they're just laying down some tempo here.
15 kilometers remaining.
So the sprinters somehow think it's not their day. Not quite sure why, because I think it's could easily be their day still. I don't think these climbs are enough. Pace is the only thing. Mater's first one to start dropping. He was protecting Evenepoel, so it means Freeman Felci needs to take over in that role. And we're at 12K to go. We need to make sure these guys stay... Oh, come on. Trying to up the tempo, not drop it down to let's lose 5 wheels in a few seconds. Caught up a little bit. There's the attack over the top. I think that was the worst of it. And then there's one more right after. Yes. Yes, there is. Now, Garfield is done as well. But he's still up there. Dianigi. Oh, Dianigi's done too. Okay. Dianigi was protecting Mather, who's on some nice form right now. That leaves me 5 at the front. Felci already protecting Evenepoel. Yeah. So Mather now solo. Oh, come on.
Now the guys up front are asking serious questions of the riders in the
Mater's been dropped. Big group that's actually been dropped. Dianigi on the verge, getting dropped himself, but we're still in a strong position. Here's that little uphill. It's very short. After this, we head towards the finish line. This is where I want to put that hurting on. Garfield's done, so we'll leave him be. And that's going to give me 5 riders. Or 4. Who's the one? Guess we just lost our 5th a second ago. Yeah, Garfield. Dianigi already set to auto. Good. Alright, so I have 5 riders left. And 8.7K. We've got a little downhill section. We'll get right back into a nice strong position and then start pulling those guys back. And this is 8 kilometers. So that really is just the last few little uphill. So it's McNulty we want to give a ride to. It's Evenepoel to lead him out. He has got a good flat rating. Mather or Felci. I'm going to get about the same from them. Looking at condition, Mather's +3. Felci, I think, is a +2, despite... Yeah, he is. He's a +2, despite being ill. So it's 8K, and here comes that acceleration. And unlike some of these teams, we're in a pretty good place. Okay, we do see some other teams that are a little bit quicker than us. It's 6K. So we're going to step this up to a 97 now for Felci. There we go. It's all back together, and we're going to squeeze. Oh, Mather got squeezed out by Dumoulin. What a jerk. Felci, back off for a moment. Mather, get through this. 4K to go, and Mather still has not made contact with Felci. Now he does, and now we're going to go 99, except for Felci's done by the time we get up there. So Mather, give me your 3.4K worst that you could do. It's 50 riders at the front, and we are in the strongest position, but I'm definitely not a sprinter, so it's going to be hard. Evenepoel will sprint out of this corner. Look how slow he is as a sprinter. Okay, McNulty at 700 meters. 600 meters. Here's your sprint. There's the little uphill. McNulty, 2 for 2. Technically it's for 4, but McNulty wins stage 4. Extending his lead. Ackerman, Alaphilippe, Bernal 4th, Simon Yates, Evenepoel takes 8th, Dumoulin takes 9th, Adam Yates down in 14th.
We're waiting for the back markers, who appear to be fairly numerous in this difficult race.
Is there a little gap there? There could be. 32 riders. And then another 21. And then another gap where Felci is. Let's see if we get any time gaps on this. That's a difficult stage to get away on. Great result, though. It's not an easy win. We're definitely not built as a punchy team. But being out front, really important. It's just such a short little climb. I mean, you can see right there where it starts. It's a gentle uphill before that, but it's really just the last 200 meters. Bam, bam, up you go. It's really hard to make any progress at that point. Do we get a time bonus? That's going to be a big key. So McNulty going to pull both in the top 8. Time gap after the top 32. We'll see. There could Zakarin, right? I was just going to say there could be some of those top riders that were here. Zakarin was in a good place after that last stage, wasn't he? And yes, the gap is bigger. Okay, so Bernal, 31 seconds behind. Dumoulin is 56 seconds behind. Carapaz, minute 2. Van Garderen, minute 6. Yates, minute 10. He lost some time. Did he now? That's right, he lost time before the end of the stage. Last time? I don't remember. Martinez, Cosnefroy, Alaphilippe, still in the top 10. Big climb, though, won't suit him terribly well. Matthews, Gross-Schartner. Schachmann, Evenepoel in 16th. He's moved up a couple spots, but gaps have opened. Only 2 riders within a minute now. So we do add some time over our rivals. We lead in every classification right now other than team. And only one stage left to worry about, as 5 and 6. 5 and 7 are flat. One climbing stage to go. That's who wants to join us for LBL, Liège-Bastogne-Liège. Felci starts his fitness peak. That puts the entire team minus Evenepoel on their fitness peak, and Evenepoel might be there by stage 6. I hope he is. Otherwise, what's the point? You can see how close he is. I don't know if he got his points for today or not. But that is, let's see, 95.4. You get 3 for a race day. So 2 race days would be enough. I don't know if he already got credit for today's or not. If he hasn't gotten credit for today's, gets it afterwards, that would then put it as we head into stage 6. Otherwise, it's going to be stage 7. Okay, Dianigi is not on a fitness peak, but everybody else is. Oh, that's all the time I have for this episode. So that last stage, we're going to have to get that at the beginning of the next one. But things are looking good here early in the season. Now, like I said, I pushed forward about a month, so where are we? Well, we're still sitting in a good way. Of course, we haven't had any World Tour races, so that hasn't changed much. But what about the Super Prestige? Still have a lead. Bahrain Merida quite close, though. AG2R really moving up here. Sky Movistar starting to accumulate some points as well. But we still lead the Super Prestige after nearly 2 months through the season. If, big if, very big if, let's not put any money down on this or anything like that, but if McNulty were to hang on and win this race, that would certainly keep us at least into March in the lead of the Super Prestige. which is pretty awesome. Speaking of this race and what to do about it, it's a sponsor objective, isn't it? Oh, it's not. Our first one isn't till March, Paris-Nice. So it's not an objective, it's just we needed to have some sort of objective early on. And so that's what we set it up as. Noteworthy results, we've already picked up a couple of those. And it looks like we could be on our way to another, at least as long as we hang on to a podium. But there you go. It's definitely a good start to the season. Can we keep it up, though? That's a big if. That stage 6 is no joke. That's a big climbing stage. And McNulty is going to have his hands full. I hope Evenepoel starts the fitness peak on that day so that he can be even stronger and help us out. Otherwise, McNulty's gonna... Well, either way, he's got his work cut out for him. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.